On the vast open spaces of the Kalahari Desert, it's hard to find a place where such high concentration of animals can be seen. Water holes and pans, which are crucial sources of drinking water, attract wild animals such as these amazing antelope. Among this small herd of antelope, you can see a huge long-legged bird with a matching long neck. This is a male African ostrich. It's peering into the distance and evaluating the situation. Standing more than 8 feet tall with its acute eyesight, the ostrich can see a danger at the distance of many miles. Its family is waiting for it nearby. The male is trying to drink water cautiously, bending its head to the ground but constantly looking around at its surroundings. Maybe it saw a predator. Finally, the ostrich took the first sip of water. While raising the head to look around one more time, it lets water get to its digestive tract through the long esophagus. After making sure that the place is safe and water is tasty, the male returns to its offspring. Two females are waiting patiently, looking after their chicks. After reporting the situation by the water, the head of the family invites others to follow it. Chicks born from different females are members of the same family that is headed by a male dominant. These babies are only a few weeks old. They've spent a month and a half in eggs protected by a solid egg shell. An ostrich egg is the largest egg in the world, but compared to the body size of the adult bird, they're small. Now they're trying to make steps, but soon they will run at speeds up to 43 miles per hour. In the meantime, they stick together, being in the shadow of their great parents. The wildlife is full of dangers. There are a lot of predators who want to eat these young chicks. The adult bird has practically no enemies, but baby chicks are vulnerable. Thus, their parents are always on the alert. Ostriches become brave and very aggressive during the breeding season. They react to any moving object, rushing to it immediately. First, the bird raises both wings high above its body, trying to scare the enemy. And if it doesn't work, an ostrich rushes at the enemy and tramples it down. The bird can easily reach speeds of up to 55 miles per hour, so its blow is powerful enough to smash the skull of a lion. No one African animal dares to start fighting with a huge ostrich that weighs more than 300 pounds. But some enemies, like hyenas and jackals, can divert an ostrich's attention by attacking it in groups. While the male tries to scare one predator away, the others manage to steal an egg or a chick out of the nest. Meanwhile, angry females also try to help the male. Having kicked the coyote, this caring father returns quickly to its family. Birds of prey that threaten the chicks are going to suffer the same fate as those other predators. The rest of the ostriches are waiting patiently at a safe distance until the family stakes the thirst. Once all enemies have been eliminated, they can continue to enjoy a drink. baby ostriches have quenched their thirst and are now ready to follow their parents. Ostriches are polygamous birds. A harem of females gather around the male, but each group always has a dominant female. Females lay eggs into a shallow pit that has been dug by the male that will incubate the egg. Every night, a dominant male sits on the eggs, warming them with the heat of its body until the sun appears. This male has only 2 wives, but lots of worries. Their wings, bodies, and tails are fully feathered, and a head, neck, and legs are nearly bare, covered with short down. The lowest part of their leg is covered with scales. Male African ostriches have a visible sexual dimorphism, with females being larger with black and white plumage. Males are mostly gray or brown and small. Moreover, different subspecies of the African ostrich can differ in the color of the legs and beak. Some of them have sandy gray legs, while others have partially bright pink or completely red legs. There was a stretch of time where ostrich feathers became a fashion craze. Ostriches were nearly brought to extinction by hunting. Ignorant people used them for their own purposes, making ostrich feather hats and women's hats. As a result, such subspecies as the Arabian ostrich was exterminated by humans. Today, ostriches are bred all over the world. Ostriches lead a settled way of life, living in small groups of 5 up to 50 birds that form flocks. They often graze alongside other large herbivores such as zebras and antelopes. Why can't ostriches fly? The fact is their flat breastbones lack the keel that anchors the strong pectoral muscles required for flight. But these huge birds have adapted to running fast. They can cover up to 16 feet per stride with their long legs. The ideal habitat for them is a tropical grassland where they have a good grip, reaching high speeds. Really, it's a piece of cake to bury a head in such a rough terrain. This myth more than likely began with Pliny the Elder, a Roman author who wrote that ostriches imagine, when they have thrust their head and neck into a bush, that the whole of their body is concealed. Over time, this statement turned into a popular belief that ostriches bury their heads in the sand when scared. In fact, ostriches don't do anything like that. These 2 males are courting one female. It's the perfect time to perform a courtship dance, and the female will choose the best dancer. Ostriches feed mainly on plants, but their diet can also include insects and even small lizards. They swallow small rocks and pebbles to help grind up food in their gizzard. An adult ostrich can carry about 2.2 pounds of stones in its gizzard. Another little-known feature of ostriches is the separate excretion of urine and feces. All other birds excrete urine and feces in the form of uric acid, but the ostrich is unique among birds in having 2 separate systems for liquid and solid wastes. It's the only bird in the world that has a bladder. Ostriches don't have a goiter, but their neck is so flexible they can swallow the prey completely. The ostrich is an unusual bird to find in Africa. Deprived of the ability to fly, ostriches are fast runners. These birds look awesome in motion. Moreover, they are really good parents, especially the males. Ostriches are also perfectly adapted to survive in this arid environment. You'll be able to learn even more about other amazing birds of South Africa in our new series of wildlife documentaries coming soon.